Killer of the Flower Moon was a very intricate and great story. And I'll have to be honest, this movie just didn't hit for me. Now, before everyone starts hating on me for this review and what I thought about it, when I say this movie wasn't great, I'm not saying it was bad. The story of this movie really was interesting. It's very simple. When I went in to watch this movie, I think I came in watching maybe the first trailer and I thought it was going to be a revenge story about the Native Americans and how Leonardo DiCaprio falls in love with one of the characters, and that's how it goes. It wasn't that. And maybe it's my fault for expecting it, but after watching this movie, I obviously learned about the premise, and it's very simple. It shows human characters and the things they do, and it's a true life story. It shows how evil people can be and what they do to get what they want. And the acting in this movie is absolutely great. I think every review you will see when it comes to acting is saying the same thing. Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Lily Gladstone absolutely killed it. Lily Gladstone, I would definitely say, definitely this movie is gonna give all three of them Oscar nominations. Hopefully, one of them win. And honestly, that's what I think you should know what you're coming in for. It's based on a true story. It is realistic, but when it translates to the movie and books, I feel like this is gonna come down to two different types of people that watch this movie. It's 3.5 hours long. You're coming in for an indie film, and what do I mean by that? It's based on a real life story. They didn't exaggerate too much, I would assume. They probably did a little bit, but I don't think for an average viewer, this movie is gonna be 3.5 hours sit through, no problem. While I was watching it, there were times people said they weren't bored, but I feel like it's slow paced. Unless you're coming in and you know that you're gonna come in for a very slow paced movie where you're going through it, where the character development is great. It shows you how these people really did play on them, how people were like conniving, how Leonardo DiCaprio is not the hero at all, but you feel for him, you see the love story, and you see how hard this can be. You see how everybody has their own evils in this movie and how these people of this tribe of the Native Americans are just played completely. It shows a brutal history of the past, and Martin Scorsese tells the story in a very nice fashion. Now, as an average viewer, my only thing will be it's 3.5 hours. Yes, it shows you and it depicts it in a very well way, but I don't know if it can hold everybody. I don't know if it'll be able to hold the average viewer. While I was watching it, I was kind of in and out of it. I was into it, but there were times where I just needed like 5 minutes where I was just like, okay, what's going on? I was a little bit tired, so maybe that led to it. But overall, I think this movie is a good watch. It's a good movie, but I wouldn't say it's the best movie of the year. For especially as an average viewer, because 3.5 hours, like I said, is long. This is a movie I would say is, yes, it's worth watching in theaters in the sense that you should promote it. Would I say it's better as streaming? 100%. Being comfortable in your own house watching this 3.5 hour epic would be much better. It's not something that visually has too much going on or anything where you'd be like, I need a big screen for this. You need a screen where you can sit down and digest the information, digest how cruel this world honestly is and what's going on. So, like I mentioned, I'm going to go through it a bit more generic so I don't make this review too long. The characters were great. The acting is great. When I mean the characters are great, they're not good people, but the fact that the acting shows how conniving, how evil people are, what happened in the past, and how disgusting it is, it's portrayed in a great manner. Story is very good. It's just that I don't think this will be a story that resonates with everybody entertainment-wise. It's a story that needs to be told, and it shows how important it is. It is not something that maybe somebody around the world can watch, and that's what I think when I'm watching this movie. Because I know people that I've watched movies with that it goes over their head. The English, how slow-paced it is, it's gonna go over a lot of people's head. Unless you know what you're going in for, you're not gonna really fully enjoy this movie. Visuals, everything else in this movie, it's beautiful the way it's shot. It's just that the slow pace, the way the story is told, I don't think an average viewer or certain people around the world can watch this movie and say, I loved it or even I cared about it, because it is slow paced and it is a lot to digest. You have to understand the undertones. You have to understand how conniving, how people mentally play with each other. In that aspect, if you're gonna go in for that, you're gonna love this movie. You're gonna think it's a 9 out of 10. But personally, I'm actually gonna give this movie a 7.5. I know it sounds low, but I think I have to be honest. When I watched the movie, because I didn't expect it. And I think that's my genuine reaction when I came out. I was like, it was a bit too slow. It had me out of it. Beautiful. I think about it. It's crazy. It's really crazy what they did. Martin Scorsese did a really great job. But for the average viewer, I was just thinking, with the people I've gone with the people I've seen that are moviegoers, the people that I've seen like that were there, they were older people, people that looked like they were here for an intellectual movie, a bit more like slow burn, understand, feel bad for the story. And I don't think the people around the world or like a lot of viewers will be able to resonate or fully enjoy it. That's why I'm gonna stick with my 7.5. Tell me what you think. Let me see if tell me if I'm completely wrong. That's my opinion. But I want to be honest with you guys. When I saw the reviews, I was thinking maybe somebody's going to resonate with me. Maybe they're not. And I'm surprised there's not that many. So tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me what you think. I'll be doing a lot more Bollywood movies. I'm going to want to do more Asian movies, actually, that I'm going to be watching. Maybe in China, highest grossing movies. Halloween's coming up. So let's see. Thank you guys for anybody watching. Love you guys. Thank you. And follow and support. No.